Welcome to reality NSFW coverage of the Challenge All-Stars 2. This is episode 3. I'm Jonny Fairplay, joined by Alex Trias, Lauren Pratt. Woo! Not as good as last episode.
Well, we knew there was going to be a come down. Like
Yes,
they had essentially 2 hours of an episode of a round these last two episodes, so that it was going to be more of a speed up process. But still, interesting stuff happened this episode.
It was good. Wow, how the mighty have fallen. But we'll get there real quick. Let me mention this. We are recording on a Monday afternoon. Join me live in 2 days in Nashville, Tennessee. I will be at Doghouse Saloon in Nashville. We'll be watching Survivor on the largest video screen in the United States inside. It is amazing. Go to survivortix.com, survivortix.com. If you like Survivor, I hope you do. I will be joined by Libby from Ghost Island version of Survivor, and of course, Figgy from Millennials versus Gen X. So go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. There's general admission and VIP packages available. Join me this Wednesday night. It's going to be awesome. So, all right, now let's talk the challenge.
Well, Johnny, I got a gift for you.
Oh,
it was Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Got a big
sure.
gift. I'm gonna put you in elimination.
Oh, wow,
you can earn it or you can go home.
Oh, wow,
what better gift than that?
Do I reply with thank you or fuck you?
I mean, you can do both.
Oh, wow. All right. I feel like we're dating. So yeah, that wasn't the best gift, was it?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am glad that Ayana did take advantage of Cyber Monday deals. And speaking of Cyber Monday deals, get 25% off a Cameo from Jonny Fairplay at cameo.com/Jonny Fairplay.
Yeah, everyone go do it now.
Yes. All right. So this episode is called Firestarter. I was a little disappointed we did not get the song Firestarter by Prodigy, and if we did, I missed it.
I don't think we got that.
It was not there.
Yeah. So Pete, I'm in my front yard with my fist to the sky. So I had my hope. I'm just like, man, it's one of my favorite songs. I love that song so much. And then all for naught. Don't worry, folks. I do have an album on standby at my ready. So I also have I got some new shoes today.
Ooh, nice.
I got the Adidas Superstar Bathing Apes. So Pete Davidson would be proud. I could fuck a Kardashian with these. So I'm excited.
How good of a deal did you get on those?
I did not get a deal at all. They do not. They do not do deals.
You couldn't schmooze anyone over and work something out.
No, I don't know. I think I'm doing shit wrong. I don't know. I've been down for the count a little bit. I'm great now. I am fully rested, recovered, and great. So yeah, I am halfway through last week's episode of the challenge Spies, Lies, and Allies. I was gonna start this podcast with, Tori really wants an apology from Devin, but I was like, fuck it. Let's just talk about the All-Star 2 on a show I actually enjoy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So previously on the Challenge All-Stars 2, Derek and Kendall at prom night.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Anything that you try.
It wasn't Emmanuel running down the trench.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Everything's an upgrade.
Is Emmanuel real quick? Super quick talking about Spies, Lies, and Allies. Is Emmanuel kind of a dud?
We talked about that. We're kind of like he's almost in the Logan camp, but not quite there.
Right?
Like he's at least been smart enough to hook up with someone who's a consistent on the show.
Yeah,
and I think if he didn't do that, he wouldn't be getting any airtime.
I mean, I feel like we haven't seen it yet, but I feel like he is more than likely a challenge beast. Yeah. He's zany. He's just so grandiose in look and what I feel like his personality, but his confessionals are dog shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like his gameplay is non-existent.
Yeah. It's like literally his gameplay is just the fact that he was lucky enough to be on a team with other strong people.
Yeah. Cell. Thank you.
Sell. I'm sorry.
We have teams here. We have the black team. Ooh, that did not. All right, we'll get there.
Well, hey, at least it's not gold, bronze, and silver.
Yes. I'm very happy about that. So
they listened to our advice about the colors and changing it up for this.
I think Mark Long did listen to what we said about that. So we start with Nas. Got yourself with a sample of The Sopranos. I still have not watched that Sopranos origin story movie on HBO Max. That's on my to-do list. I forget that HBO Max is a thing almost as much as I forget that Apple Plus is a thing. Like yesterday, everyone was talking about the Beatles little mini series thing on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so cool because I feel like there's an entire new audience that will be appreciating the Beatles for the first time because it's on Disney Plus. Like it's a cool platform. They have cool stuff. And I think that's a great, I wouldn't have guessed it to be a good fit, but I think it's an amazing fit. And I'm so shocked it didn't end up on Apple Plus, in which it would have never existed because no one would have ever seen it.
Yeah, it's like Apple Plus. There's only maybe a show or two that's transcended, or at least has consistent people watching it, and that's like Ted Lasso and maybe The Morning Show.
Yeah, and Apple Plus is so much of a lie in that, I'll say I want to watch Charlie Brown Christmas. I got 2 kids. And, so I do a quick, I'm just like, where is Charlie Brown Christmas streaming? It's like, oh, Apple Plus. I'm like, great. And for $5.99, you can fucking watch. I'm just like, that's not fucking streaming on Apple Plus. So, and that's 90% of what you find on Apple Plus is, hey, you can buy or rent this, no problem. And I'm like, man. So, but I got a free year of Apple Plus. I think, when I got an iPhone anyway, so I've had it forever. I just saw that I started paying for Apple Plus for the first time since I got it, and I was just about to cancel it. And of course, I listened to a podcast, or I listened and finished. I loved it. The Straight Next Door. It was an amazing podcast, and the series is now available on Apple Plus. And Will Ferrell plays the naive textile guy, and Paul Rudd plays the scheming psychiatrist. So I'm like, oh fuck, I really need to watch this before I cancel Apple Plus because I feel I have no reason to own it with the exception of that. So you got me this month, but I'm done. I will. So watch The Straight Next Door, cancel Apple Plus, and then watch HBO Max and keep HBO Max because, Curb Your Enthusiasm binges are always fun. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, Nas, good way to start. Do you guys think Nas is overrated, or are you okay with Nas?
I'm a Nas fan, so I like my relationship with Nas now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lauren, are you a Nas gal?
I'm completely good with it. Yep.
Okay. I always thought I liked Nas, and then my buddy who owns the rights to Who Let the Dogs Out, he explained to me that Nas is a one-hit wonder, and the guy's really never done anything, and you can go ahead and quit on Nas. It's okay.
Well, I mean, that's a take.
I mean, it is. And I feel like he almost convinced me of that.
Hey, when people are passionate, they can make good points even if you don't agree with it.
Yeah. So, but hearing Nas today, I'm just like, wait a second. I like Nas. What's going on? I don't know. So let's stay Team Nas. All right. So, Tina and Katie Doyle want to fuck with the guys. I love this. This is the Katie Doyle I wanted last season on the Challenge All-Stars. So, I mean, it wasn't, it was a hint of that Katie Doyle, and I feel like we're going to get a lot more next week, and I'm all for it. But this is the Katie that we all know and love and missed, over the years, and we did not see last season on the Challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. I like seeing that. She just looks more positive also.
Yeah.
There's just I can't explain it. It's just when she's on the screen, she just looks happier.
Yeah. Well, I think she went in last. I think she had been in I think she's like Derek asking that she was a pit bull for so many years, and then she just went into mom mode, and and kudos. I mean, mom mode is an awesome thing, but I think that it was just such an abrupt transition from mom mode to the pit bull that we didn't see it. And
Right.
I think mentally going into this one, she's like, wait a second, I'm Katie fucking Doyle.
And
And
that's what
so,
we want to fucking hear.
yeah. And I think we're seeing Katie fucking Doyle this season. And boom, we missed you. We're glad you're back. So,
And
but
I also think it deals with who is also on the cast as well. I mean, anytime Tina's there, you're going to have her bring out some of the best sides of people and some of the worst sides of people. And I just think those two together, that was just a great moment.
but I thought Katie and Trishelle, we would have got that.
Well, we
I feel
didn't.
like I know, like you would think we would have
I mean,
gotten that.
the dream team is back together, but no, so I don't know. But I think maybe Trishelle kind of checked out too, and Katie kind of leaned into that. I don't know.
That's
As
possible.
I said, this is the Katie that we wanted. This is the Katie that we finally get and got, and so I'm stoked. But Tina gives Ryan a pair of swim trunks. That was nice of her.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, you can have them. They're extra. They're just extra in my bag. I don't even know why they're there.
Yeah. As a stay at home, not a mom, my husband gets me all of these. Like I have too many. You can have one.
These are actually my husband's. I accidentally packed because I just haphazardly threw shit in my bag. I was like, oh, I'm going on a challenge.
I think she picked the right person to do it to, though, because Ryan completely was all for the joke and he was just laughing his ass off and he like went with it, which was even better.
All right, so where does one get fall apart swim trunks? Is this a thing?
Maybe she has a guy for it.
Maybe you think she goes to fall apart swim trunks are us?
Yeah,
all right,
definitely.
Let's see. Prank swim trunks. Oh, here we go. Dissolving swim trunks. You can get them. You can get them from Amazon. $44.99.
Sounds like they're worth the investment.
Yep, and they're the exact ones Ryan was wearing.
There you go. I mean, who would you want to prank with those, Johnny?
Well, actually, I'm looking. I'm looking at a house right now, helping a friend, and there's a pool involved, and I'm just like, oh my god, these just need to be sitting there, just like, hey, if you ever got some trunks, we got some over there.
Well, also, like Matt Bischoff loves to be in his pool.
Oh my! But he would love dissolving trunks. Like it would. Like I felt like Ryan was actually got, whereas Matt would more than embrace it.
Oh yeah, he would embrace it, but like the point would be you didn't tell him what type of trunks they were initially.
Yeah, so, I love it. He's there with the kids.
Yeah,
it's like a neighborhood, like all the kids from the neighborhood are over and they're playing like basketball. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna play."
I don't like no.
Yeah. So the swim trunks fall apart. It's great. I love it. And I don't know if it's here going into the next scene. I think it's here. We get let's hear for the boy. Is that Irene Cara?
Let's hear for the boys was I'll correct destroyed whatever I spelled, but it's something Williams.
Probably Denise. Is it Denise?
It's probably Denise Williams.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was. Well, I had a cool story to go. I was once again, just like I fucked up Twisted Sister. I was thinking Irene Cara did. Let's hear it for the boy, and I think it was Denise Williams. But Irene Cara did a little cameo at the end of DC Cab, a 80s movie featuring Mr. T. And if you've never seen DC Cab, pretty good shitty movie. So I don't weigh all those words together, and there you have it. So, but Irene Cara does get into a cab at the end of the movie. So, but doesn't matter because Irene Cara did not sing the song. Next up, Jody hates the manipulation, guys. Maybe she's playing the wrong game.
I mean, by the end of this episode, I think she's ready.
Okay, so
it was like. I get it from her. Like, she didn't do that many seasons. Like, she only did 3 seasons of the show. It was more the old school seasons that she did where there really, outside like a few people here and there, wasn't a whole lot of manipulation or like the type of manipulation you see as like you keep going through the seasons. She was always also a strong competitor, so she was never really thrown into eliminations. She only had 1 elimination. It was in her rookie season. And So it's like she's more used to being able to play a straightforward game, get to the end, and win the money.
Yeah. Okay. Well, unlike Jody, I love the manipulation. It's my favorite part as a competitor and watching as a viewer.
But she's going to be vindictive towards Tina. Like, vindictive's also a good viewing experience.
Yeah, and I think that's manipulation as well. I think this was I think she's going to grow. I think she entered the house a Hufflepuff, and the Sorting Hat has told her, no, not so fast. You, my dear, are a Slytherin.
Right.
I'm all for that.
I think she's realizing what type of game everyone else is going to be playing, and she's going to be able to adapt because she is such a strong competitor. And I do think she is someone that has a fantastic chance of winning this entire season.
Maybe. I don't know if I'm rooting for her or not. So, No Hype Network asks, A Reed says Ayanna is proving why she was casted. No Hype Network says, OMG, she's amazing. And they talked about her. All I said is the mighty have fallen. Maybe I was talking about Ayanna. Yes, I was. Okay. Wow. Sophia not happy with the way Ayanna braids hair. Don't coil. Whatever you do not coil someone's hair.
Lauren, you have long hair. Speak on this. I've never tried to braid someone's hair. No one's tried to braid mine. I don't have long enough hair for that. I don't know this experience.
Yes.
But like,
and have you ever had it coiled?
No, I have not.
Okay. Lauren, have you had it coiled?
I have not either.
Have you braided it like hardcore braided it?
It's been braided before for like maybe a soccer game or something like that, but that was way back in the day. I definitely don't do that now.
Have you been to Mexico recently?
No.
Yeah, like you need to go like Cancun or something, and you do like they braid your hair and you get a Corona, I think.
Johnny, does that sound like something I would do?
Lauren, I'm here for it. The funny thing is, like, exactly what Ayanna had, Casey has. So I'm just like, Casey didn't have a problem with the coil. I mean, just throwing it out there.
It was just like a very weird scene because like you go into this scene like they're saying like they're longtime friends, they've known each other for decades now, and then just this one little thing where she asks Ayanna to do her hair, or at least that's Ayanna's side of the story.
Yeah,
she says like, oh, you should try it this way, and then immediately it triggers her from something that happened in her past, but Ayanna doesn't know about it.
Yeah. I think that's a deal where I'm not mad at Sophia. Number one. No. I mean, like I understand that it was a reaction. It was a trigger to that caused a reaction that was caused by a traumatic event in her life, and I think we got a really vague explanation of what happened. But it was a situation in which I feel that a follow-up conversation could have remedied this, and it was one of those where it was a bad conversation, and instead of talking it through, it's like, oh, that's it. Battle lines have been drawn. We're done.
Right.
It was truly incredible just seeing that. Like John, you've talked about in the past, like if you were ever on like another season of Survivor, and you always said like, give me enemies, give me people I don't like, because then I can vote them out. If I have friends on there, it would be harder to separate friendship from the game, and like doing something that impacts your friend and their chance of winning. Ayanna doesn't have that problem.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. So. And I think what happened too, like the scene really came out of nowhere for us as a viewer, because it just all of a sudden we end up into the room, them having the conversation and all of that. And then other people are there they go to different people, talk to them about the situation and all that. I'm a little surprised though, that none of them tried to get them to not necessarily hash it out, but at least having a conversation with each other to see both sides and where they are coming from. Because I think it's something that could have been somewhat resolved if they actually genuinely went and spoke with each other about it.
But you know why that didn't happen? There's multiple reasons. One, all of them are in there to win money.
Yeah.
You have two people that are angry with each other. Let them be angry with each other. And
also, I'm all for that.
Yeah, and also consider their age as well. A lot of these people are like, these are two grown-ass women. We shouldn't have to interject to get them to resolve their issues. They should be able to be mature enough to discuss it themselves. And if not, they can both go touch sand and figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, no Hype Network. And I'll go ahead and show this. And then the way Ayana immediately came for her. Oh, love a heel turn. Surprised Johnny isn't loving it. Here's the problem. I have so much love for a lot of people on this cast, most of which I know, that when I see one of my good guy friends turn heel, I'm just like, oh, finally, my good friend has turned to the dark side and has gone the way of me. So I don't really know Ayana. So like she won me over with a feel good story last week, and then to see the turn this week, I'm just like, what? I don't like you now. Like,
But it also
like,
comes into question here though of was it really a turn this episode compared to last episode? Like, it's you can now look at this episode 2 in a different light.
Oh yeah,
with how Ayana, like all the things she did, like it was her being confident that she was gonna win. So she's like, if it's your last night, we're gonna go out on top. And it's also sort of, in one sense, it's a beautiful moment of like helping her finish. But it's also a showing up moment. Like, I finished both of our things.
Yeah. So, I mean, the storytelling led me to not like her. That's what the edit was there for. That's the story that they're trying to tell. I'm not going to fight against that. So, whereas with Nehemiah, yes, he's turning evil, but it's like, with him, it's like Luke Skywalker or Anakin Skywalker going to the dark side. I like that. I want to see Anakin Skywalker become Darth Vader.
And we also heard more from Nehemiah because he's also been around more in the challenge scene. Like, he did more seasons. He was on the last season of All Stars. So like we know his story more than we know Ayana or Sophia. It's like, so we can look at his tape and be like, oh, this is justified that he's now going to play a more selfish game.
Yeah.
We don't really have that same backing for Ayana.
Right. The only thing they show us about Ayana was her sleeping in her uniform and then, you know, how she exited that season and all of that. And I think the biggest thing is I come out of this episode, last episode, I said, I would love to have Ayana as my hype person. Now I'm like, not so much.
Yeah. And
Lauren, she got a gift for you too.
Yeah, she got a gift. But storytelling wise, I don't think they're telling the story of us not to like Nehemiah.
No.
So, but I think they are telling the story of us not to like Ayana.
But like, but you sort of
and it can change again next week.
Yeah, and like you sort of need that from a production aspect. Like you need to have people and you know production and editing can contrive a message to try to get people to root against someone. It's okay to have people to root against. And sometimes you need to have villains, even if we don't personally like what they're doing. It's good for the show, I feel.
A. Reed says the only problem she made was saying it was a gift. It's kind of like herpes.
Oh God.
I think
the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I can compare it to is, so Spies, Lies, and Allies, we have Emmy. She kind of has a roller coaster of a season thus far. Like, obviously, we haven't finished it. And
no
I could just...
Yeah, no spoilers for this current episode.
I haven't finished last week.
Well, no, I'm not giving spoilers. I'm just saying, like, in general, as her character, she had a roller coaster of a season.
Sure.
I feel like Ayana could be this type of character as well, where it's just going to be up and down. Like, some weeks we're going to come away saying, oh, really like her. Other weeks we're going to be like, I'm going to take pause.
Yeah, and I'm ready to eat my words next week and go, oh my God, who's Team Ayana? I have been the entire time.
Exactly. And I think that's the way a lot of people walk away with Emmy in this current season as well.
Yeah,
so that's the comparison I would consider there.
Yeah. I've definitely gone up and down on Emmy.
Yeah,
I could
definitely
go the rest of my life without hearing the words Uncle CT together.
Yeah, hopefully by next season that won't be a case. But like really with Ayana, do I think she's going to be someone who gets to the end with the edit that is showing? No, because the premise of All Stars is your past could come to help or haunt you. And in this instance, like throughout this episode, just betraying her friend and essentially over something very petty. Everyone else is going to be eyeing that and being like, well, if that's how you treat someone that you've known for like 19 years, how are you going to treat me who's a nobody to you?
Yeah. Because I don't think she has that many connections in the house.
No, I think she's more relatable to a Steve.
Yeah, I mean, like we saw Nehemiah and her, won the daily together, and we haven't seen them interact ever since. So I don't think Ayana's a part of Nehemiah's crew, and vice versa.
I think the only thing for Ayana is people saw how well she performed in that elimination, and people might be a little concerned to go up against her. But I do think that she's not someone that's going to be in the end game simply because she doesn't have as many connections as everyone else does. But then again, you never know, because people can win time and time again in elimination and get themselves to the final. So it's going to kind of come down to what happens with that, because I think she will go in multiple times.
Does Tina have the numbers, or does Jody have the numbers?
It's hard to say at the moment, because we at least know, we don't really know who Tina has backing from. Like, she's friends with Katie, we know that for sure. Yeah. And she has something, I guess she has some loyalty to Steve because of their first challenge that they did together, as we saw later in the episode. But we don't really know either of them in terms of their power structure within who knows who.
Well, Jody being really close with Derek, I think, is super beneficial, because I think Derek could potentially have a decent amount of pull. And so that's why I'm thinking maybe those two are going to be able to work something out moving forward. But also, Tina is very persuasive with people and sometimes gets what she wants, whether it's the correct move or not. That's, up to debate. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out with those two going at each other, because that's another do I want to see compete in an elimination.
Well, I think the war between Tina and Jody is played through Ayana. It's Tina throwing Ayana against Jody, and Jody, potentially winning, and then we see the conclusion of that war, or the opposite. Jody throws in Tina against Ayana, and it's a puzzle,
right?
And Tina wins, and then we see the conclusion. I think, and maybe it's a little short story at the beginning of the season to get us going, but I feel this is the story of Tina versus Jody potentially, and I think Ayana is just that obstacle for one of the two to go through.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I'm hopeful that it's not a short story, but the prelogue. Like, I'm hoping this is something that goes, like, they both go for this and, like, we want to come back for more seasons, and
Rivals.
We see them come. Yeah, see them come back Rivals. For All Stars 3, All Stars 5. Like, like, have some breaks in there, but, like, we need those good rivalries to come back, and All Stars is, I think, where we're really going to see true, like, organic rivalries form.
Yeah. So, A. Reed says also, no one objected to Ayana choosing and throwing, and Sophia, it was 10-1. 10-1. They could have overruled her if they wanted to. Here's the thing with
would
Sophia.
they?
Once this little dispute began and escalated, all we saw Sophia do is cry until the very end.
Right.
So, if I'm sitting there, like, looking to choose sides, I'm probably not going to support the person crying for 2 days.
But
that's like just me.
And also with the decision making, because I think they're also saying, like, for picking Sophia as her replacement, I'm like, why would first off, why would any of the other women step up and say, oh no, it shouldn't be Sophia, it should be one of us? Like, no, game first always. Sorry, Sophia, you got the shit end of the stick.
Yeah. And also, like, Ayana's the one in that situation getting the blood on her hands. So why is everyone gonna, like, let that become a debate, have a new vote? Because then other people will see where other people stand within the house. Just let Ayana make the call. And so I wouldn't dispute it either.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I first met Richard Hatch from winner of the first season Survivor, Hatch was like, I wouldn't shake his hand, and he wouldn't shake my hand. And he said he didn't respect the way I played the game. And we ended up doing Celebrity Family Feud together. And, we sat and talked, and I was just like, what don't you get? And he comes there, he goes, your temper, you're so volatile and you play with emotion, blah blah blah. And I was just like, I play a very similar game to you, Hatch. I was like, the only difference between the two of us is, instead of burying my inner feelings and hate to some of these other people, the morning after tribal, that's when I went on the attack. That's when I aired my grievances. I'm just like, I don't like you and this is why. And I would get it out the next morning because I knew I had 3 days to throw the target on 2 other people to start a rift between them. And then as soon as that rift started, it wasn't like I'd go to squash that rift. I'm the fucking one that caused it. So you're always looking for that rift between 2 people. So the fact that, they wake up and it's, right out of bed, it's Ayana and Sophia is just like, all right, we good. We got our girls. Next.
Right. But like when we get to that by getting to the challenge, which is the next scene. Yes. What did you guys would you take a dip into cenote?
I feel like I learned something by watching reality television, and most people don't because it's mindless entertainment. But I had no idea what cenote was until today.
Never heard of it.
I guess it's a hole in the ground with water in it.
Yeah, it looks like that's what it is. Like
I feel like I make a lot of cenotes when I go pee in my backyard.
Well, for this challenge, they had to pick 2 teams, and it, funny enough, all the strong people just so happened to be standing right next to each other. They look down, they look up, they're like,
"We good?
Great team." So we got the black team.
Yes.
Tina missed the opportunity to call someone else over to her team this time.
Well, she didn't have to call Nehemiah. Nehemiah was already there.
I know. She could have maybe tried it and called someone else over, but she was on the stack team.
Yeah, so the black team, we got Tina, Darrell, Janelle, Nehemiah, Melinda, Tyler, Jasmine, Latarian, Katie, Derek, and Brad. MJ looks over that team. He's like, they got all the brawn, but maybe we have brains? Maybe?
They don't.
No, they don't. Not in this challenge, at least. So we got the green team of...
Yeah, well, hold on. Before you go to the black team, I felt like there were more people of color on the black team than the green team. So then I was like, should you really call them the black team?
I think it's really just circumstance there.
I think it was, but I think it's unfortunate circumstance.
I don't
like if I was really hoping for a Darrell confessional going, why we got to be the black team?
Oh man, I don't know. It's like I don't think it's that deep there. In terms
I
of
don't
the
think
optics.
it was at all. I thought Darrell was going to have fun with it, and I was really let down that he didn't. And he probably did. They just chose not to use. They're just like, we got 46 minutes, and we're already using 8 of your clips already, Darrell. You're good.
Yeah, he's like, no, I want to be the green team. Make it happen. No, but yeah. So we got the green team of Ayana, Ryan, Kahutta, Sophia, Steve, Kendall, Tech, Jody, MJ, Casey, and John A. They had to pick captains. Tina just instantly volunteers because she wants to be a leader early, rather than later, which can be a smart move, especially if you can get the desired results of what you want. She doesn't, but for elimination, but she goes she
kind of does get what she. That fucking deliberation was not Darrell friendly.
No.
I feel it will slide past because even though it wasn't Darrell friendly, the hate we're seeing is more so like MJ was just like, oh, come on, man. Like you couldn't protect any of us. Jody's like, I want to stab Tina in the throat.
Yeah. There's only 4 people in your room, and those are the 4 people on the wall.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, so Darrell says, "Fuck it, I'll do it too."
Yeah,
because he's like, you know what?
Better to do it early.
Yeah, and he's also like, you know what? The price of safety is better than the price of picking 4 names. So go for safety.
And it's better to do it early as well because we saw in the previous season that people are less likely to need to step up to be the captain because they've already done it before. And so then other people are like, all right, well, I guess you've already done it. I guess it's my turn. And so then you're safe typically, and you get to progress on further in the season.
Well, there's multiple facets here because I think Darrell also said because of who the woman was that volunteered.
Oh, yeah.
Because if, say, like, love her to death, but say it was Casey who was suddenly on that team and Casey volunteers, Darrell ain't volunteering to be the guy to teaming up with her.
I don't think he would volunteer either if Jasmine decided to say that she would have been captain. I don't think Darrell steps up there with her.
No, I think they're picking a number behind someone's back.
Yep.
I would love to do. Here, let's try this right here. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, pick a number between 1 and 5.
Oh, 3.
It's 2. See how that works?
Oh, it works great when you get what you want from it.
Well, you always get what you want.
Yep.
Yeah, so
there is no way I'm not changing that fucking number.
Yeah, so we got the green team.
Here, I can do it even better. Alex, I'm gonna think of a number between 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Pick.
The number that you're not thinking about.
Nope.
Oh, damn.
It's a different one.
Now,
So,
the
way
trick
to
is
go,
I
MJ.
didn't do any of the 4 numbers. It was 5 actually.
See, you're getting better.
No, yeah. So we're about to see that happen for both the guys and the girls for the green team. But Ryan decides to say, "Fuck it, let's not do that bullshit." I look at my huge, gigantic balls. You all saw them from my disintegrating swimsuit. I will be captain.
Yes. And then Ayana, she randomly picks MJ's number. And here's where we learn that Ayana is not nice.
Yeah.
Oh no, she likes to be in charge, and boy, did we see it with her giving no direction actually, and just kind of pointing at people, and then no one knew what they were supposed to do going into the challenge.
Hey,
Well,
you're
there
just supposed to smile. I have a
just a
positive
smile, though.
attitude.
Yeah, positive mental attitude. So, and this is where we get the Venga Boys "We Like to Party" song,
Mhm.
which I was so excited because this used to be the Six Flags song, with
Yeah.
the commercial. So my roommate in Los Angeles, Alan, we'd go out to clubs and stuff and bars or whatever, and he would tell girls that he was the guy from the Six Flags commercial, and they're like, "No way!" And he would do the dance, and they're like, "Holy shit!" He was not the guy from the Six Flags. He slept with so many girls because why would you want to sleep with the Six Flags commercial guy? Like, how is that a notch on your belt?
I wish I had an answer for that.
I mean, it literally worked.
You know what? Good on them.
So
Good
I mean,
on
you could do that now. So just like Alex, when you go to the bar, just be like, you remember those Six Flags commercials? With the guy, they're like, yeah, it's like that was me, and then just do this, and they're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think then they'll realize, oh, you would have been 5.
Yeah, well, there's that working against you.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do a reboot.
You never know.
If they do a reboot, that's your move going forward.
That's my calling.
That's your gig.
It's low hanging fruit.
Yeah, there you go. Guys, remember this.
I'm gonna here. I need to tweet Six Flags. my boy Alex needs some help.
No.
I'll at you.
Nope.
Trias 95. All right, we got it. We're good. Six Flags, hook him up.
Oh
All right.
man. But okay, so
Oh my God.
the challenge is called Around the Block.
Yes.
There's a giant pyramid with 2 big puzzles for each team. 2 at a time. You have to run down a trail, grab puzzle pieces, solve the bottom puzzle. After you complete the bottom puzzle, you have to swim into the cenote and then grab those pieces and finish the top puzzle. First team to finish both puzzles wins. the captains become safe and they choose for people to go into elimination. Losing captains automatically go into elimination in the arena.
All right, Alex, are you the kind of guy who likes to attack the bottom first? Or you like to start with the top, work your way down?
That's confidential.
All right, fair enough.
I'll leave that private.
Oh my god.
This is definitely my speed.
Oh, this is amazing. I love how the jokes are on Alex this week.
You know what, everyone, if you want more stories like this, and Johnny will go more in detail, become a patron at Ad-Free NSFW and listen to the Q&A podcast that he does with Matt Bischoff and assorted guests of the Patreon page.
Yeah, that's adfreeNSFW.com. Yes, I very much do tell stories very much like this, but much more explicit. So, yeah, I like to eat my dessert and then have a salad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, this is great.
Yep.
You know what? We're learning today, everybody.
You're welcome.
And some days I question, well, I'm just here then.
Yeah.
For this conversation.
Oh, I think you've enjoyed this more than any of the podcasts we've done in months.
It's already better than all the Spies, Lies, and Allies.
There you go.
It's true.
That is true.
Very much so. So did you guys notice that Steve is wearing gloves, wrist, and forearm covers?
Yes, I did. He has to protect the moneymaker.
That's the moneymaker.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have done well in the elimination then, having to use his hands tonight with the fire.
Oh, there's no way he wouldn't have done it.
They were protected.
You can't risk
it. Doesn't matter. You can't risk it.
You can't. Come, Alex.
You think he quits on the spot? Seeing
Yeah.
that? It's like,
oh yeah,
this ain't. I got.
Yeah.
You know what? I got Modelo's commercials I need to do.
Yeah, no. I think he puts his hands up. So that's it.
And put some gloves on him.
Yeah. Well, they did. Yeah. I don't. Do we like Steve or do we know yet?
We don't have enough of him yet. I'm not sure. I mean, Tina likes Steve, so if Tina likes Steve, then maybe Steve's okay.
I'm ready to decide next week.
I'm ready to decide by next weekend, considering I'm always going to be Team Katie Doyle.
Yeah, same.
So I think I already know what my decision is.
Yeah, I think Steve might suck. But I will tell you, for a lot of non-challenge people that have been in my house while I'm watching the challenge or a commercial comes on, they're just like, well, and I'm quick to tell them the Mandela Steve anecdote, and they're all impressed.
Good. Well, he's trying to stay under the radar and doesn't want anyone to look at him because he doesn't have connections.
Yes, he does not have connections. So the heat seems legit on this challenge.
I was expecting to see some people actually drop.
Yeah. So where did they film this?
I think they said it was in the Cancun area.
Oh.
Because like they said at the beginning of the season, like the
so
Cancun
it wasn't Ayana doing the braids. They were just walking out to the beach, and it's just like, all right, guys, line starts right here for the braids, right there for your name on a grain of rice. Line up. And Sophia's like, I really wanted my name on a grain of rice.
No. Coil.
You're getting the coil. There's too many people already in line for
It's a gift. It's a gift,
rice.
Sophia.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that? You get your name on a grain of rice.
I've never seen that, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, I have. I'm just like, who fucking cares?
It's a grain of rice.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
It's like the lamest. Like, I can
engrave it on something else, please.
I can write my name on something small. I can give it a couple tugs, it'll be bigger. Yes, I am here this week. I know you miss me.
He's back.
He's back.
Are you letting all of this out before you do your live event on Wednesday?
Oh my God! Live event people, get ready. I am gonna. Holy moly!
Oh yeah, but getting us back on track, like Tina's
extra loud.
Yeah, she's extra loud, but she also had the right strategy of let the people. Everyone has to go once. That's fine. Let everyone go once, but then let the guys do the grunt work. Let the girls and the people that are good at puzzles start looking at the pieces and figure out how everything will fit. Does it really work? Maybe, but Like, I love the fact that we go into what would be the commercial break with Tina saying, like, we are a well-oiled machine. We come back, we are falling apart.
Yeah. Yeah. I would not be because once again, I have every streaming service there is because you never know what show you're gonna have to do a podcast about. So I have the Peacock, which I of course affectionately refer to it as the cock.
Yeah.
And when you're watching the cock, there's a commercial every whenever a commercial break should be, but it's only 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's not like Hulu back in the day.
Oh my god. Hulu could be. It's not MTV.com.
It is not MTV.com.
No, thank God for that.
It is not the nightmare that is MTV.com. So, but I could honestly live with a 30-second commercial during the Challenge All Stars.
Well, I'm pretty sure because there's different levels to the Paramount Plus subscription.
Oh, that's right. I have the premium. I have it because we do the Castaway watch along. That's why I have the premium.
Yeah, I have the premium just because I don't like ads. And
yeah,
it's not.
I don't mind
it's not a big bump, but it's like I think that's for those who don't have the premium service.
And then if it happens to go into syndication down the road.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Like if MTV, because they're all partnered. Like if MTV's like, yo, can we do like a marathon?
I don't think they have time. I mean,
no, they have that. You know what? They don't have enough time for ridiculousness.
Yes,
and sometimes deliciousness, and whatever the other ones are of misses. I heard the host.
Oh yeah, Roger, good friend of mine, loves me. Yeah, it's not like I get disappointed in any way.
I'm just glad he
finally shitty show.
I'm just glad he finally made it big.
Yeah.
Finally made it big. Got his big
Robin Big was one of my favorite shows ever, and I have yet to find that friendship in anyone on the planet that Robin Big shared. But ridiculousness is.
Well, you know what? I wish they would share their friendship with not putting on 24 hours of ridiculousness for 6 days a week.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god, it's so bad.
It's okay. We got Paramount Plus.
We got Paramount.
There you go.
Okay, so but yeah, all right. So I that makes sense now. So yeah, I could live with it. So no hype network. I had commercials on mine. Well, I mean, gotta upgrade. I guess.
Gotta upgrade yourself. Yeah.
Well, so the only smart move I think we truly see out of the Sixers, because both teams were struggling with the puzzles. The only smart move was Jody making the decision to be like, let me go in and push all our puzzle pieces to the edge, just so that we don't have to waste any more time going back and forth. They can just go pick it up and come back.
That's a Jonny Fairplay move right there.
Yeah, work smarter.
Yeah, I'm always like what they don't show on Survivor when Jeff used to say, "Come on in, guys," and then he would tell you what the challenge of the day was, and then he would slowly explain everything, and they would pick one person from each tribe to do a walkthrough, and I was always the one person from my tribe when I do the walkthrough. That's the stuff I would think about, and it's just like, okay, here's how we work smarter, not harder. Right here, right here, right here, right here. And that's why I was the one chosen each time, so that I could figure out the right here, right here, right here. let's not, and if you're going against Morgan tribe or the green or the other or the other team, it's just like, okay, well, Team Dum Dum's not going to figure this out.
Right. But Black Team wins. And there was moments where I was thinking it was going to be similar to the beginning episodes of last season, where you had the team that was on paper should win.
Oh yeah,
and then they lose, in dramatic fashion.
It was either copper, silver, or gold. We never could tell.
No, they were all the same, especially when you went underwater.
Yes, they're all the same. But yes, but one team always on paper looked like they would dominate, and then was it if you had Big Easy or didn't have Big Easy, whichever one, whether it was one of those that it worked out for you. I want to say the one that had Big Easy it worked out for.
I think it worked out sometimes, not all the time.
He got some wins, a couple of them.
Big Easy got his moment at the end, but we didn't get the Big Easy we wanted for a comeback, did we?
No.
That's probably why he's not on season 2.
And probably why he's not on season 3.
Is he on? He's not on season 3
I
either?
don't believe
I
so.
don't think so.
Yeah. So he just seemed like a shell of himself. But I mean, it's
But
probably
you could say that about a good portion of people that were on the first season. And you know what? Maybe for some of them, they come back and they have the Katie realization of, no, I'm ready to play and be a character again and come back.
after the fact.
Right.
But I still think he got what he wanted out of it. He wanted to
He finished
actually
the final.
finish a final.
Yeah.
That's literally what we've been wanting forever.
Yeah, but I wanted old school Big Easy, like, the fun character. But at the same time, I mean, you're fast forwarding 18 years in a lot of these people's lives, and they're going in with their head down, it's just in tunnel vision, going, I don't give a fuck about any of this bullshit. I just want to come home with some fucking money.
Right.
So, and I get that too. The majority have a family and real jobs. They're just like, I didn't come here to entertain a fucking asshole on a fucking podcast and two people
Right.
that seem to be immensely nicer than him.
I know that. Well, it's like similar to CT in the modern seasons of the challenge.
Yeah.
He's not providing like the entertainment that we expect of him from when he was younger. But
Yeah.
he's there to compete and win some money. So he's like,
Yeah.
I don't care what you guys think of me. I'm coming in and I'm winning some money.
Yeah.
He used to say that he would want to smash someone's head and eat it. So we haven't gotten that lately from CT.
No.
Might get it if he keeps being teamed up with Kyle.
Ooh, I'm for that.
But-
yeah,
But yeah, so Green Team loses. Ryan's automatically in, but because Ayana has the life shield, she is safe. So she takes it upon herself to pick someone from her team to go in her place.
Yeah, and that's not how that was supposed to be, right? Like,
Well, there was the opportunity. It's the life shield can protect you, or you could protect someone from it.
Yeah.
But like essentially, it's you being safe, and you could potentially save someone.
Well, no, you could either save yourself or save someone else, but she used it to save herself. That's where the power ended.
For
So
her.
I felt like if you listen to TJ's wording, he was just like, okay, now the losing team decides who goes in.
Well, she decided instead of letting everyone pussyfoot, she was like, I will, since I'm the one who used it, I will just pick someone and the hate can be on me.
Right.
Yeah.
She didn't let anyone get a word in. So I don't think anyone had a chance to even say, oh, wait a second, we're voting. She's like, nope, this is what's happening.
Well, Lauren, you can't bicker. You can't bicker.
Yeah.
Oh,
No bickering. Shut up. She's talking.
TJ attempted to open it back up for a discussion, but like he opened it up with kind of a closed off statement to where like they kind of looked at each other and was like, oh, I guess we don't get to decide. And TJ is like, all right, well, like I gave the correct verbiage. If you choose to take it that way, then we're done. And do you think TJ's battery pack died on his mic? Because we don't hear from TJ the entire challenge.
I think that I don't think it died. I just think it's not like he's talking during the challenges. Like,
well, no, because he would have said, "Black team, you're good. Green team, you're good." To go to the next. We don't hear any of that. Like, I didn't even know if he was there. I was wondering if he wasn't there for that day of filming, because like after when the black team wins, you see like the back of TJ with like the back of, and I can remember just like, is that a stunt double? But then you see the discussion. It's just like, you guys really killed it today, and I was just like, okay, was that filmed after the fact?
Well, sometimes in these challenges, instead of having TJ be the one to say like you're good, move on, they just have someone on production that's like assigned to either team to be like, yes, you're good, or no, you're not, instead of having TJ do it. So it's not all the time, but sometimes they do that instead of having TJ monitor both teams. Because, TJ's not going to be like Jeff Probst every single game, like yelling at the top of his lungs about what both teams are doing.
Yeah.
Losing his voice after the first episode.
Yeah, that's definitely not his style. So I do want to ask, if they indeed did end up voting, do we still get the same result? Because I think we do.
Yeah, just because of the friction going into the challenge.
Yeah.
As I said, it like that painted the target.
Yeah, because like you look at who is on the green team, and it's not like they didn't show any one of them truly being the reason why they lost. It was a team loss.
Yeah. Sophia, she was up top. She admits in her confessional, she's up top because she doesn't want to carry pieces. She's like, if you stand up top and point, then you don't have to hurt yourself carrying pieces. And that was kind of smart of her, if you don't want to do manual labor. But at the same time, I think Ayanna caught that and she was like, she ain't do nothing.
Yep. And so Ayanna's like, we are putting Sophia in, and it is a gift. But she's like, there's two reasons. One, I don't trust her. The way that she reacted to me over that incident, she's speaking to me differently than she's speaking to other people. And two, she's already mad at me. She can just be a little more mad at me.
Yeah. So.
I mean, that part of the argument is sound. Like, I get that. Like, why make more enemies if you already know someone doesn't like you? Put them in.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I think the writing was on the wall going into this. Unless they had won, then it would have created a new dilemma. That dilemma just is sitting there. Everybody's going to pounce on that. So that's what you should do. So, and with that.
Yeah, let's hear some words from our sponsors.
Yay!
Ho, 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 gentlemen! The holidays have come early here at Manscaped, the leading men's hygiene brand. Manscaped just launched new products, including their ultra-new, ultra-premium body wash and a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. It's time to give yourself or someone who needs it the gift of beautiful skin, hair, and balls this holiday season. Go to manscaped.com and use promo code SURVIVOR for 20% off and free shipping.
Jingle balls to the walls. Fellas, listen up. Untrimmed pubes are a thing of the past, and it's possible you have Santa's beard in your pants. Could be Matt Bischoff's. It's time to leave your significant other some cookies and milk at the bottom of your chimney. I am talking about Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Oh, now, I had a lot of sex when I got back from my last appearance. I literally had sex 8 times in 12 hours. And, I did some damage down there, fellas. I did some serious damage. I had to call my doctor. There was swelling. There was everything else. It was bad. But you know what wasn't bad? My balls, because I shaved them with Manscaped. Oh, there was the lighting at the top of the tree, but the bottom of the tree looked perfect.
Inside the Performance Package 4.0, you'll find the signature Lawnmower 4.0. This electric trimmer has proprietary advanced skin-safe technology to reduce cuts on your nuts. It's also waterproof, so you can use it in the shower. It's like a gift to your partner with less mess. The Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant, moisturizer, and toner. It's time to keep your North Pole feeling and smelling fresh.
This hygiene bundle will also come with a pair of Manscaped anti-chafing boxers. God bless it. I needed and used that this week. I promise you. The perfect package for your perfect package. Manscaped is going beyond the groin with their new ultra premium body wash. It's infused with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean, nice, and moisturized.
They also just launched their new 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, which has key ingredients with benefits that include hydrating, nourishing, conditioning the scalp, and strengthening your hair at the same time. 'Tis the season to load up on Manscaped products. So get yourself, your dad, your brother, your friends, your neighbor, the best gift of all, the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Reality NSFW listeners get 20% off and free shipping with the code SURVIVOR at manscaped.com. Every guy out there needs to add Manscaped to their wish list this holiday season.
This is Santa Claus talking to you once again. Get 20% off and free shipping with promo code SURVIVOR at manscaped.com. That is 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. and use promo code SURVIVOR. Clean up your nuts and make Santa proud this year.
We're all trying to eat better, but healthy breakfast doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but without all the bad stuff. And it's amazing as a midnight snack right before bed.
0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. That's only 140 calories per serving.
It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. And build your own box. Available flavors to build your very own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and my favorite, maple waffle. Now, Magic Spoon recently brought back their 2 super popular flavors, cookies and cream and maple waffle. Thank goodness. But they're back permanently. And when these flavors were first introduced for a limited time, they sold out extremely quickly. Now, I'm here to let you know you can get them again or try them for the first time. Why? Because they're delicious and indulgent.
Johnny, Magic Spoon has so many great flavors that I really enjoy, and even my kids enjoy them. We have the cocoa, fruity frosted, peanut butter. All these are really great combinations. They enjoy waking up in the morning and getting some Magic Spoon right off to start their day great before they head off to school. I think everybody listening should give Magic Spoon a try, or if you've tried them already, it's time to reorder. Let's get you some more Magic Spoon and get your day started right.
Hey, when I finish a podcast late at night, the first thing I'm thinking is not sleep. It's let me grab a delicious bowl of Magic Spoon before I go to bed.
So go to magicspoon.com/survivor to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code SURVIVOR at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/survivor and use the code SURVIVOR to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this podcast.
And we are back, and in case you're wondering where they're going with the storytelling of Ayanna, Katie Doyle tells us she went from admirable to asshole in 0.5 seconds.
Pretty accurate statement from Katie right there.
I mean, I'm just saying the story that they're telling.
Well, I mean, and you also heard it from Sophia. She was like, Ayanna keeps saying, like, you lift people up. You just lift me up to drag me down by the ankle.
Yes. So
you even know what a friend is?
Yes. So it's time for deliberation. Wow. This was something special. And, well, it's just about time for deliberation. Darrell thinks this is simple. He wants Steve to be the guy vote. He's just like, look, no one knows this guy. You know, he's a hand model. He obnoxiously wore gloves.
Yeah, Kahutta loves this because his name's not Steve. His name's Kahutta.
It is.
Kahuta's had some gold in this episode.
He stole the episode.
I loved it.
Kahuta's confessionals alone, I was just like, oh, don't let this guy go. So,
Yeah.
like, because I was so scared he was going to ace it, and I was like, nope, he's no ace.
No.
He's a good character on every season that he's been on. I've always been happy with Kahutta.
Yeah. So, and he the long hair. I mean, he's like you know, put him on the cover of one of those romance novels.
Right.
Yeah. He's Fabio.
Oh yeah. But
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
so Darrell's just like, he wants to guarantee them safety, but he also realizes it's like, I can't give promises because I don't know what Tina's gonna do, and
Yeah.
like I don't want to make promises I can't keep.
Yeah.
But he's like, don't worry, if you guys are up there, you'll be next to Steve, you'll be John A. If you're up there, you'll be next to somebody. You
Yeah.
guys won't be going down.
Yeah. And I mean, he's just like, look, it's just simple math. He goes, there's only 4 people in this room. There's no way, or there's 5 people in the room, counting Darrell, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
There's no way that the 4 other people in that room other than Darrell can be nominated, right?
Yeah,
No way.
there's no way he's gonna fumble the bag.
Boy, was he wrong. Honestly, watching it, Darrell looked like he was living in a fucking nightmare having to deal with Tina.
I will.
Yeah.
with those decisions that Tina wanted to make, or how she wanted to make them, like I think all these people watching it back, no matter what, like they may have not believed Darrell if he told them like this is what happened.
There's no way they believe him.
Yeah, I think watching this, they're like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's getting a phone call from every one of them going, I am so sorry.
Yeah, MJ's just like, yo, I'm sorry I gave you a hard time there.
Yeah.
You know where he missed the ball, though? When he buried the boards, he should have just put Steve's, like, a lot further in front and then just, like, gotten rid of Kahuta's board, because then she would have picked up Steve's board in that situation.
Just thrown fucking Kahuta's board in the ocean.
Yeah, basically.
Just fucking slung it.
Yeah. Or like accidentally put someone else's board there that isn't Kahuta. Be like, oh, how did that get there? Well, you picked it.
You picked it. So.
But yeah, so Tina thinks the most fair way first, and this is accurate, remove the people on the black team. They all won. It was a team effort. They shouldn't have to go down.
That part I'm cool with, but
then we're
Darrell
going to
should have seconded that with. Yeah. All right, I'm open to other stuff. However, I'm in the room with 4 other people. We gotta pull at least one fucking name out of these 4. And
I think what they should have done is, instead of picking who's safe, just like say like you can save one person, but like we have to first pick someone. Like we each get one person that no matter what, they're on the board.
Yeah.
And like Darrell I go first. I'm putting Steve up there.
Yeah.
Like no one knows Steve. It puts the leads amount of blood in our hands. Just put Steve up there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he should have fought a little harder, but I
just don't think Darrell's that type of, like, he'll push, but like he's not that type of guy who like just keep pushing at least not at this stage of his life.
Do you want to fight Tina?
No. But I also
no.
don't want to put all the boards backwards, spin in a circle, and then randomly select 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I just think it was a losing situation for him all around, because he tried to reason with her and then he just like, it's just not going to happen.
But yeah, so
No Hype Network says looking for a good version of We Like to Party. No such thing. Okay. Horrible song.
But yeah, so we have an original 4 up of MJ, Tech, Jonny, and Jody just through this process of elimination. And because Nehemiah has his life shield, he then gets to come down, look at who was put up there, and make a decision on who to save. And we all knew once we saw those 4 people up there, Nehemiah was definitely using it, and he was going to use it on Tech.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could have saved it for himself, but like Nehemiah is playing a more of a strategic game, and yes, you can strategically try to save yourself, but even more strategically, you can make a move that doesn't look so self-involved, shows that you have other people's back, builds camaraderie amongst your alliance. Strategically, that was the smarter move at this point in the game.
I have a question though. Real quick question here. If he chooses to use that on Tech, can he definitely not be a nominee then? Because what they presented it to us is you can either save yourself or save somebody else. So can then he be put up for nomination?
Potentially. I think he should have gone. I think he should have done. I think he should have said what Ayanna said. It's just like, I'm using Life Shield. I'm pulling Tech money. And much like Ayanna, I'm choosing the person going up. It's Steve.
I also feel like, though, you could piss off Tina there, and then Tina's going to be like, nope, you're going up. If it's true that he could be a potential nominee. But I think a lot of these people aren't going to be thinking that deeply into this Life Shield. I think a lot of people will look at this Life Shield being like, oh, they're safe. Oh, they saved someone else. We're going to pick someone else. Like, I really don't think the Life Shield person is going to use it on someone else, and then they get put up.
I hope it happens. I hope it backfires, and that's something that happens down the road, because it could be really interesting.
That's the difference between Survivor and the challenge. Because if that's the case in Survivor, you use your Life Shield on someone else, is like, great, motherfucker, I'm making my move on you.
Right. Yeah,
but they wouldn't have done that in that situation because they already decided everyone that was on that team was going to be safe regardless. But I was just curious if that's even an option.
Well, you know what? Then I would smash an hourglass and then we would be safe instead.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, should have done
Nice.
that. Bianca asks, "Isn't
Yes.
Life Shield only good for that episode?" I believe because
It's just that round.
yeah, because the next episode, the
Yeah.
next winners of the arena, they get
Right.
the Life Shield.
Yep.
Yep.
It's only good for that one round.
Yep. So we now have final nominations due to bad luck and Tina with questionable decision making. We have MJ, Kohutta, John A, all in Darrell's bedroom,
Yeah.
and Jody, who completely expected this from Tina. She
Oh.
as soon as she lost, she's like, "Yeah, they're gonna take the shot," but everyone's like sort of acting surprised, like, "Wow, the big dick energy. They're going for one of the power players immediately."
Yeah.
I also thought that was a bad, like, so if we look past here, because we can sort of go through a little faster the rest of this episode.
Sure.
I feel like it was a really bad play by Tina to put Jody as a option. I think there was more benefit in short-term gain of gaining Jody's trust by not like making it adamant, even if it's acting to Darrell, be like, Jody's not an option. I'm taking her off first. She's safe. We're not touching her. But like just being like, keep your enemy closer type of thing. Because now by openly putting her as an option, but saying, oh, like I'm not targeting her, but I'm putting her up there.
But that didn't work for Nehemiah. That didn't work. Sorry, that didn't work for Derek using the same plot. So
I know, like you're gonna piss someone off, but like I'd
Yeah.
rather piss off someone who I think I could stand a chance against.
I feel like the mentality in the house based on the first deliberation is it doesn't matter. You trying to placate, we're not going to appreciate that anyways. I think there's just this is an explosion ready to happen.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting. Like there's a lot of powder keg here. We're just waiting for someone to light a match.
So Tina's just like, I'm shooting my shot. Fuck it. So
yeah,
I'm not going to get credit for pretending to be nice. So I'm just going to shoot my shot.
Well, that's what I said last week. If she would have won, I think she would have taken the shot right there. But you, on the other hand, Johnny, are like, oh, she'll say in confessional, no, it's coming. And I think she would have done it right away. She didn't lay low. She didn't lay low on this episode.
No, she might have, but I think because of the first round where we saw Derek trying to placate and it didn't matter, that's now the stink on the season, in that it doesn't matter what you do, you don't get credit for a kind gesture.
So I agree. It just set the tone.
The tone has been set.
Yep.
So whereas, if he had gone for a kill shot early, then maybe Tina's like, why are you trying to go for kill? It's just been willed into existence.
Right.
So there's no change in the tone.
And knowing Tina, it's also, you have to think part of her mind's also like, what's the better TV?
Oh yeah, I do too.
Do I put Casey in or do I put Jody in?
Yeah, and then Witchcott, during the commercial break, A. Reed says, Ayana isn't there to make friends or to be an audience favorite. She's there to win, so I prefer her actions rather than the main season shenanigans she's not thinking about 4 or 5 seasons later. That's great that you feel that way, A. Reed. I'm watching a television show, so I want to be entertained. I don't want to see a fucking game bot. I don't want to see someone that does it I'm sorry, but I don't find CT that entertaining on the regular version.
Like, there's a way of being a game bot but still being entertaining with being a game bot. Like on Survivor, like I think Ricard is a game bot, but like he's also entertaining.
Yeah.
So like there's a way to bridge it, but some people are just, when they're in game mode, it's just, they put entertainment aside. It's just them being.
I'm entertainment first. Go back and watch Pro Islands. I'm entertainment first.
Right.
And that's a flaw in my game. I didn't play to, I played to create the character Jonny Fairplay, have creative control of that character, keep that character on TV for as long as possible. Well, I didn't have a fourth goal of winning $1 million. I didn't.
You did all that and still almost won the season.
Well, I wish I had added a fourth check on my list.
Yeah.
Because then I would have added a check to my wallet.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, so now it's selection time. Ultimately, we see Kohutta and Jody selected. Kohutta is selected because essentially they said after the fact Ryan basically asked between the two to go against Kohutta because he thinks it'd be more of a fair fight, whereas he's fought MJ before, and MJ has also said, I may have been a little more angry than I wanted to be, and I would rather not beat his ass in again.
Yeah, that's the MJ I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And then Sophia is more like, if I am to lose, I'd rather lose against someone with like the name value of and a reputation of a Jody.
Yeah. So yeah, we saw Kahada taking arrows, which was fun. And then and we see that Jody and everyone's crying for Sophia when she requests Jody, with honor, but they still don't have a problem, saying her name, even though it was requested. They're just like, yeah, but she has cried the entire time until we get to the arena. So I don't like that. I didn't like this character, and then until she got to the arena, and I'm just like, where were you all episode?
Right. I was just like, if you're gonna be this positive person, be this positive person. But like again, we know that all this was caused by a trigger, so it was probably just like an overall emotional day for her. So I want to have that factor into my approach, but I'm just like, it's like the ending of the episode. I'm like, oh, I like this character. I would love to see this positive energy come back again. But then, like, if you look at the full episode, I'm like, I don't know.
I'm good.
Right.
I'm like, she thinks she has another chance coming. We'll see.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Well, we're seeing a lot of these people try to hype themselves up. Derek and all of them are trying to give nicknames to Kata. A lot of like woodsman style.
Carver.
Yeah, Carver, the Mountain Man.
Yes. So he is not appreciative. And but we make our way into the arena, and please explain Fireball to everyone listening or viewing at home.
So what did you think of the name, first of all?
Oh, they were all horrible.
Yeah,
I felt like I was watching WCW in like 1991.
I feel like they should have had to take like 10 shots of Fireball and then do this challenge.
Ooh, that would have been good.
Ooh, yeah.
Like take some take a bunch of Fireball, do the Tina method, spin them a little bit, and then have them run and try to use these flaming balls for a tic-tac-toe bar. Which that's what it is, guys. It's a race playing tic-tac-toe, but the balls are on fire.
Like, I thought that the green fire was CGI.
I also thought that at first. I don't know if that was
until like it was time for the actual thing, and I was like, holy shit, they got green fire.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I loved, but like because the challenge was the challenge, or the elimination was the elimination, but my favorite thing of this elimination was before the men went, because like, yeah, so I haven't played tic-tac-toe since the World Championships, Moscow, 92.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Yes.
That was like, for me, that was the line of the episode.
That was absolutely positively like no contest. That was the line of the episode.
I was just like, the magic, like thinking that on the spot, it just like put that in there, that dry humor. I love it.
And then not only does he say this, and you're just like, okay, does he actually even know how to play tic-tac-toe? For him to explain to us his strategy, he goes, if you're playing tic-tac-toe, you want to start out with this formation because it gives you the best probability of 2 wins out of the gate. And I'm just like, holy shit, this fucking dumb hillbilly knows tic-tac-toe strategies that he obviously learned at the championships in Moscow.
In 92.
In 92.
Yeah, it came to play for sure. But what I will say with this elimination in particular, it very much favors the person that can run the fastest. Yes, there is a strategy with tic-tac-toe.
Well, I will argue though, it's also just being smart, because we see the 2 people that won were going to win regardless.
That's my point.
But they won faster because of mental errors in the heat of the moment. Your adrenaline's rushing, and they just go, oops. And then they look back like, oh shit, I put it in the wrong spot.
But did Jody kind of, with that, when she did win, didn't she kind of, in my opinion, it looked like she did a little bit of a fake out, and then Sophia picked her spot, and then
they're both trying to, well, it's because they're trying to block each other to get the spot that they want.
So, but I'm saying, let the person, I think Jody's strategy was great. Let the other person put theirs in first, and then you put yours in. So I think that was a good strategy right there.
Maybe.
Yeah, and we get.
I'm the king of putting in the wrong hole. So I'm not the one to ask.
Again,
You know-
everyone, listen to the Q&As, ad-free, nsfw.com, become a patron. But we do get 2 good songs for the men. We get Hard to Handle.
Oh, really? The Black Crows? You
Black
mean
Crows.
This album right here?
Yes, that exact album.
Yes. And if you would like this album, check out my my eBay page at Jonny Fairplay. This is available for sale right now. I got it from my my sale rack.
There you go.
There you go. It's a
Everyone,
great
go.
album.
You know what? Go there. If you like the Black Crows, great vinyl to have.
Yes.
But
I'll include an autograph pic with it. Not for the Black
Ooh.
Crows, just for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, even better.
Oh, there you go. Even better. Yeah.
It's a gift.
Yes. It's a gift.
Yeah, but for the women, we get Invincible, Pat Benatar.
Yes, which I initially thought was I thought it was garbage, and I was just like, wow, that's a little on the recent tip. And nope, Pat Benatar. There's nothing recent about Pat Benatar. That was the correct move.
No, but it was good, and we see a dominant win by Jody. Even though they want us to say, "Oh, Sophia's fast," or "Sophia's fast," maybe she has a chance. Nope.
No, she
No.
had the wheels. The
Yeah,
wheel
so
water.
this is Jody's first elimination win. She was only in 1 elimination in all 3 seasons. She lost that to Veronica on Inferno 2. Other 2 seasons, never won an elimination. Won the money. But she's hoping that maybe it reminded some people like, oh, yeah, we can't just expect anyone to just take Jody out for us.
Yeah, and I think Jody against most other people potentially loses. Like, I think Jody's glad to get this eliminator out of the way.
Oh yeah. Yep, because like that's the issue of being a strong competitor. Like for dailies, it's just like your reputation. You don't go into that many eliminations. So like the moment that you go into elimination, you don't truly know the feeling. Whereas you have people that get thrown in there all the time. Like you have Derek's who before they won had to go through all these eliminations. So they're battle ready. They have the battle scars. They understand the feeling, the momentum, the adrenaline rush. You don't understand it just because you're a good competitor. Like you have to feel it.
Like I think Katie, Kendall, Casey all beat Jody in this eliminator.
There's always a possibility.
Depends on how fast
at least in the first round when she trips, I was like, oh, she's losing this first round. Like she's just gonna be behind from the jump.
And then that's where she caught up. That's where she was able to like catch up with her speed and everything. I will say with this elimination in particular, these are the type of eliminations where it's going to be really anyone's game because you don't have to worry about being physical with someone. You're not carrying a bunch of weight or anything like that. It's mostly coming down to, can you just run quicker, get down there, and hopefully just not have a brain fart like we saw with both the guys and the girls.
So there you go. Well, Jody wins. Coming after Tina, and Thunder Goddess asked, did Tina give Jody a gift? I think one of the two is giving one of the other a gift in the near future. I think a gift is coming. And
I think we're getting some Yankee swap here.
Yes. So, but rest assured, ladies and germs, next week it's trivia.
We've been waiting for TJ hasn't been laughing a lot.
He has not been no, he has not been happy with this crew. As I said, I'm not even sure he was there for the last challenge.
He will make sure he's there for this next episode, though, and we will be covering it.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I mean, trivia is one of my favorites because just seeing people's answers to some of these questions, I'm sitting there saying, oh, my goodness, they just were not thinking at all.
Love it. Love it. So, this is easily going to be one of the best episodes of the season.
Always is. It'll at least be one of the funniest.
Yeah, well, I mean, just TJ's appreciation for it makes me appreciate it.
Yep. But we know something must happen during that challenge that pisses Katie off.
Oh, yeah. So, Steve, get ready. We determine next week whether we like you or fucking hate your guts.
Yeah, hide those hands.
Yeah, hide your
Those
hands. I will
forearms.
stomp on them, and I'll give you the finger manipulation.
No,
I've
not
been-
that.
And I've been known to give a finger manipulation here and there over the years, brother.
And if you want to hear about those stories, become a patron at @NSFW.
Yeah, we can't tell you enough how many times to become a patron if you want to know all these little tidbit of information.
It's the best podcast of the week.
It is. I'm recording tonight at 10 p.m. So go to adfreeNSFW.com. Try it for 1 month. If you don't love it, I'll send your money back. But I don't think anyone's ever asked for their money back. So I think you're in good company, but you could be the first. So try it for 1 month, adfreeNSFW.com. I think you'll love it. So, and with that, let's hear a final word.
Well, before we get into that, just to wrap things up, remember, SurvivorTix.com. If you want to watch the next Survivor episode this Wednesday in Nashville live, while Johnny's doing that, Matt Bishop and myself will be covering the episode here Wednesday, immediately after the episode. Lauren and I will be back on Thursday talking Spies, Lies, and Allies. And we'll be back, obviously, next Monday at 4:30 to talk the Challenge All-Stars. We got some trivia. And if you like Survivor and you like Survivor content, if you become a patron at Ad Free NSFW, Johnny and Matt do coverage of Australian Survivor. And they're winding down the 2018 season. Will soon be starting season 2019, which you can find on Paramount Plus.
That's right. So you guys are familiar with the platform. You can join along with us, watch an episode each week, and then follow and then watch the podcast that Matt and I do each week. We have next week is the finale and reunion show of season of the 2018 season. So we'll be wrapping up, and then in 1 week we will be starting the 2019 season, which is available right now on Paramount Plus. So wait for us. Don't watch yet. If you've never watched Australian Survivor and you've been looking for a reason, watch along with us.
Yeah, and with that, that wraps up our coverage. We're going to hear from words from our sponsors, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck.
Researched and developed for 3 years to be made for people, not patients. Lucy has created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. Lucy also has a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine in cherry ice flavor. Each and every flavor actually tastes great, and it's convenient and discreet. Products can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, or even in the gym.
I am so happy that Lucy is sponsoring us. Ever since they came on board, I have gotten no less than 5 of my friends transitioned over to Lucy and put their cigarettes down. They like the gum. I'm used to seeing the packages all around. This stuff is great, and it's really helping people make much healthier choices. So get on board and join the Lucy movement.
Hey, it's 2021. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple that you don't even have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down.
Reality NSFW listeners, go to lucy.co and use promo code SURVIVOR to get 20% off all products, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co and use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. That's lucy.co, and be sure to use that promo code SURVIVOR.
This episode of Reality NSFW is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections. That's right, we're giving away super hard dicks.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED.
Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor offices, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done online.
Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew's sildenafil and tadalafil tablets are chewable. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy.
Hey, if you're looking to give that immunity idol to someone, or you don't want to be voted out of a crater, don't worry, Blue Chew's got you covered. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information.
And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's Blue Chew, BLUECHEW.com, promo code SURVIVOR to receive your first month free. And we thank